That ice-cold beer after a long day. Pure bliss, right? But what's actually happening inside your body from that first sip? Today, we're diving deep into the science behind beer. The good, the bad, and the surprising truths that might change how you think about your favorite brew. Stick around because some of these facts will blow your mind. Hey everyone! Whether you're a craft beer enthusiast or just enjoy the occasional cold one, this video is for you. We're about to explore 5,000 years of beer history, break down what's really in your glass, bust some myths, and discover how to enjoy beer responsibly while staying healthy. Let's get started. Humans and beer? It's literally one of the oldest love stories ever told. We're talking about a relationship that goes back over 5,000 years, to ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt, where beer wasn't just a drink, it was currency, medicine, and even safer than water. Fast forward to today, and our love affair is stronger than ever. Global beer consumption reached approximately 187.9 million kiloliters in 2023. That's enough to fill the Tokyo Dome 152 times. The global beer market is worth $851 billion and projected to hit $1.16 trillion by 2032. But here's what's really wild. The Czech Republic leads the world in beer consumption at about 140 liters per person per year. That's almost 2.7 liters per week. Meanwhile, the United States ranked 24th with 72.89 liters per person annually. So yeah, we definitely love our beer. But what exactly are we putting into our bodies? Let's crack open the science. Every beer starts with 4 basic ingredients: water, malted grains, hops, and yeast. But the magic happens when these simple ingredients transform. Water makes up about 90 to 95% of beer, and the mineral content actually affects the taste. That's why different regions produce distinctly different beer styles. Malted grains, usually barley, provide the sugars that yeast will feast on. This is where your calories come from. About 150 calories in a typical 12-ounce beer. Hops aren't just for bitterness. They're packed with compounds called flavonoids and polyphenols, which are natural antioxidants. These little green cones are basically nature's preservatives with a bonus health kick. Yeast is the real MVP. It converts sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide, but it also produces B vitamins, particularly B6, B12, and folate. But here's where it gets interesting. Beer also contains silicon, which supports bone health, chromium, which helps regulate blood sugar, potassium and magnesium for heart health, and surprisingly, protein, about 1.6 grams per bottle. Modern craft beers might also include adjuncts like rice, corn, or fruits, plus additional hops, varieties that can add everything from citrus oils to beta acids. All right, let's follow that beer from your first sip too. Well, you know where this is going. First, mouth and throat. The moment beer hits your tongue, you taste the perfect balance of sweet, bitter, and sometimes sour. Your salivary glands kick in, and if it's cold, you get that refreshing sensation that makes you go, ah! Second, stomach. Here's where things get real. About 20% of the alcohol gets absorbed directly through your stomach, lining into your bloodstream. Food in your stomach slows this down, which is why eating before drinking is crucial. The carbonation actually speeds up absorption, so that bubbly beer hits you faster than you might expect. Third, small intestine. The remaining 80% of alcohol gets absorbed here, along with those B vitamins and minerals we talked about. This is where your blood alcohol concentration really starts to climb. Fourth, liver. Your liver is the real hero here, working overtime to process alcohol. It can handle about 1 standard drink per hour, that's 12 ounces of beer. Push beyond this, and alcohol starts building up in your system. Fifth, brain. Alcohol affects your brain's neurotransmitters, particularly GABA and glutamate. This creates that relaxed, social feeling we associate with beer, but it also impairs judgment, coordination, and reaction time. Sixth, kidneys and bladder. Beer is a diuretic, meaning it makes you pee more. You'll lose more fluid than you're taking in, which is why hangovers often involve dehydration. Cardiovascular system. Here's where the research gets really interesting. Studies show that low-moderate consumption, up to 1 drink per day, for women, up to 2 for men, actually reduces cardiovascular disease risk. Moderate alcohol intake improves lipoprotein metabolism and lowers cardiovascular mortality risk. Gut microbiome. Plot twist, recent research shows that both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beer can actually increase gut microbiota diversity, which is associated with positive health outcomes. The compounds in beer can act as prebiotics, feeding the good bacteria in your gut. Time to bust some beer myths. Let's separate the facts from the fiction. Myth number 1. Beer gives you a beer belly. Reality, it's not the beer itself, it's the calories. Beer has about 150 calories per 12 ounce, similar to a can of soda. The beer belly comes from excess calories, plus alcohol's effect on metabolism and appetite. Myth number 2. Dark beer is stronger than light beer. Reality, color has nothing to do with alcohol content. A dark stout might be 4% ABV, while a light-colored Belgian triple could be 9%. Myth number 3. Beer is just empty calories. Reality. While beer isn't a superfood, it does contain B vitamins, silicon, potassium, and antioxidants from hops. Some studies suggest beer may decrease the risk of heart disease and osteoporosis when consumed in moderation. Myth number 4. All alcohol is equally bad for you. Reality. Research shows that beer and red wine may be equally beneficial when consumed moderately. The key word here is moderately. Myth number 5. Beer dehydrates you. Reality. While alcohol is a diuretic, beer is mostly water. Light beers can actually contribute to hydration, though you'll still need water if you're drinking stronger beers or multiple drinks. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the health risks. Because while moderate consumption might have some benefits, excessive drinking is a whole different story. Immediate risks, impaired judgment, and increased accident risk. Alcohol poisoning from binge drinking, digestive issues and acid reflux, sleep disruption despite feeling drowsy. Long-term risks. Excessive beer and alcohol intake has several negative effects, including higher risk of early death, alcohol dependence, depression, liver disease, weight gain, and cancers. Liver damage. Your liver can regenerate, but constant alcohol abuse leads to fatty liver, hepatitis, and eventually cirrhosis. Cancer risk. Alcohol is linked to several cancers, including breast, liver, colorectal, and throat cancers. Even moderate drinking increases these risks slightly. Addiction. About 14.5 million Americans have alcohol use disorder. Beer might seem safer because it's lower in alcohol, but dependency can still develop. Weight gain, not just from calories, but alcohol affects how your body burns fat and can increase appetite. Mental health. While alcohol might temporarily reduce anxiety, regular use can worsen depression and anxiety disorders. The bottom line, the line between healthy and harmful is thinner than most people think. So how do you enjoy beer while staying healthy? Science has some clear answers. The magic numbers. Women, maximum 1 drink per day. Men, maximum 2 drinks per day. Everyone, at least 2 alcohol-free days per week. 1 drink equals 12 ounces of beer at 5% ABV. That craft IPA at 8%? That's actually 1.6 drinks. Timing matters. Don't save up your weekly allowance for one night. Space drinks at least 1 hour apart. Stop drinking 2 to 3 hours before bed. Hydration is key. Drink 1 glass of water for every beer. This helps with processing alcohol and prevents hangovers. Eat before and during. Food slows alcohol absorption and provides nutrients your body needs to process alcohol effectively. Know your limits. Track your drinks with apps like Drink Coach, or simply use your phone's notes. Self-awareness is crucial. Quality over quantity. Choose beers you genuinely enjoy, rather than drinking for the sake of it. Craft beers often have more complex flavors that encourage slower consumption. Let's end on a high note: food. The right combination can enhance both your beer and your health. Perfect pairings. Light lager seafood. The clean, crisp taste complements fish without overpowering it. Plus, the protein helps slow alcohol absorption. IPAs plus spicy foods. The hop bitterness cuts through heat and fat. Thai food, Mexican dishes, and spicy wings are perfect matches. Stouts, chocolate, and coffee. The roasted flavors complement each other beautifully. Dark chocolate actually contains antioxidants that pair well with beer's antioxidants. Wheat beers plus salads. Light, refreshing beers work great with fresh vegetables. And citrus-based dressings. Sour beers plus fatty foods. The acidity cuts through rich foods like cheese, pork, and creamy sauces. Foods to avoid. Salty snacks, they make you drink more and faster. Sugary mixers, they speed up alcohol absorption. Very spicy foods, if you're not used to them, can cause digestive issues. Excessive caffeine masks alcohol's effects. Brain food combos. Nuts provide healthy fats and protein. Whole grain pretzels offer complex carbs. Olives contain healthy fats that help with alcohol processing. Dark chocolate in moderation provides antioxidants. What's your favorite beer and food pairing? Drop it in the comments below. And if this video taught you something new, hit that like button and subscribe for more science-backed content about the things we love. Until next time, cheers to making informed choices.